Hello! 2 years ago I've presented in this channel my old project of 1986 Polivoks-M. My main idea of that time was to manufacture analog synthesizer smaller and lighter than the original Polivoks, but with the same great features. At that time I was very busy at Vector with digital synthesizers, and it was nothing to do than to handmade the prototype at home in spare time. And you saw it just in that video. Main schematics was taken from the Polivoks, oscillator, filter, analog generator. In other words, it was a minimalistic design, but sounding great. It was never in production. Its schematics is presented in my book Analog Synthesizers for total access, but there was still no interest to it from anybody. At last, the only company, ELTA Music, began to manufacture Polivoks-M, but with some new features. We together thought what to leave and what to bring new. And now I'd like to present one of the first units. This is a package that I've got from ELTA. Let's open and see what's inside. Well, let's open this package. First of all, you see here sticker with a name, Polivoks-M. It is inside. Then two dots, which stands for colors. Polivoks can be in black, in green, yellow sand and violet. And language of panel, because main panel can be in English or in Russian. Let's open. First of all, what we see inside. We see inside, of course, Polivoks itself. It is in green, as you see. In green. Looks like a toy. Really small, lightweighted. Some stickers of the manufacturer, because ELTA Music manufactures not only this Polivoks but other great things for guitars. This is synthesizer, power supply, manual in Russian and English. Was my introduction. Let me read it. Introduction. The idea of the Polivoks-M analog synthesizer came into mind in 1990, as I told earlier, much more earlier, as the junior version of its older brother, well-known Polivoks full synth. The aim was to develop a way simpler and lighter device that has less components, offers the same broad capabilities, and removes possible flaws of the Polivoks full synth. As a result of this research, a new minimalistic schematics appeared. It has fewer components that are compensated by greater functionality. The overall design of the Polivoks-M is made in collaboration with Kuzmin Polivoks full synth concept designer and my signature. First of all the schematic is the same as in the original Polivoks. Some new features was added. First of all, now it has MIDI interface on board with USB and traditional DIN sockets. The other features are better to hear, and further I explain all of them. A Russian proverb says it's better one time to see than 100 times to listen. In our case, both are better. You can connect synthesizer to your computer by USB, and no special driver is needed. Totally, the synthesizer keeps the sense of original Polivoks, especially with these knobs, graphics and sides. Let's connect it to MIDI keyboard, to power supply and amplifier. Well, this is my small set, MIDI keyboard and Polivoks-M. Now I'll explain and show all the knobs that you see on front panel. First of all, about main thing, oscillator. Oscillator is the same as in big Polivoks, so-called oscillator. It has 4 bands. It has 3 main waveforms. This is a sawtooth waveform, triangle, more smooth, and square wave. But square wave you can change. You can change the period of signal. That's why you can get any harmonic structure of signal. Oscillator has switch from pulse width to pulse width modulation. It has portamento. Polivoks-M has only one oscillator. Polivoks full size has 2 oscillators, but we added sub-octave here. Sub-octave, you can add in the mixture sub-octave with special knob. One octave down, 2 octaves down, and mix of 1 octave and 2 octaves down. You can get another waveform. Now they sound together. Mixer also has traditional noise knob to get various wind effects. Another knob, the 4th, this is auxiliary input for external sound source. Then goes filter. The same filter as in Polivoks. With cutoff, resonance, low pass filter and band pass filter. It has a modulation knob, and envelope and knob for envelope generator. Then goes amplifier. There is only one analog generator in Polivoks-M, but amplifier has two envelope generators, and it can be controlled from both main envelope generator envelope generator has traditional knobs: attack, decay, sustain, release. It also has multiple feature: self-generation, just like in Polivoks. So you have this switch because there are two analog generators in Polivoks-M. Main with all features: attack, decay, sustain, and release, and second with a very simple envelope, only attack and decay. That's why you can divide. Filter works with main envelope generator, and amplifier works with simple. You see, now filter is working from analog generator, main analog generator, in retriggering mode. This knob amount of analog generator to control filter has not only one function. In the middle position, there is no envelope at all. In clockwise position, you have direct envelope generator. In counterclock, you have inversion. What else you have? You have modulation. Modulator also very interesting. Besides speed or frequency, you can get various waveforms for modulator. This is triangle form. In the middle position of waveform button. Clockwise, you have clockwise and counterclockwise. You have different waveforms. So you can get various modulation. Now I'll tell how you can use Polivoks-M. First of all, you can use in with any sequencer or MIDI recorder to make your bass lines more thicker, because Polivoks has a great bass low end. Now I'll use something like MIDI sequencer to emulate sound less. Well, another bass line. Another layer. Another layer. But I like more cosmic, various cosmic effects. or like this.